Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Jay of Jmation, and I am back with a quick animation review. So before I get started, please hit that subscribe button to keep up with me. Now, I'm a storyteller and an animator, so please go and check out some of my other videos, okay, and share them. Sharing is always caring. All right, so if you have not seen Lackadaisy, what are you waiting on? This is a great indie animation, and it's free right here on YouTube. And it's one of the best cartoons I've seen in a long time. Okay, so here is my official review. I'm just letting you know there are spoilers ahead. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out, then you can come back. The pilot for Lackadaisy follows a 30-something adventure seeker named Rocky. With the tender-hearted Freckle and the engineering genius of Ivy, Rocky is on the mission to find alcohol during the Prohibition era. Now this trio, Rocky, Freckle, and Ivy, are extremely likable. They provide Lackadaisy everything it needs without adding any fluff. There are no characters that don't make any sense and no situations that don't add to the story. Lackadaisy is a perfect example of how to be concise in storytelling and in characterization. In the pilot episode, Rocky and his team find a Prohibition supplier that maybe has drank himself to death, hint hint. Because of this fortunate event, Rocky decides to relieve this dead man of his alcohol in the middle of the night. And on cue, a rival gang shows up to stop Rocky. Adventure and hijinks occur. Needless to say, it's a great watch of wonderfully drawn characters, both with paint and personality. Now, my dude was definitely Freckle. I mean, at first I didn't know if I was gonna like him, but he came in hard, boy. They put that gun in his hand and my boy went crazy. So I was definitely digging Freckle. I liked a lot about Freckle, and you know, I'm always kind of leaning towards women characters, female characters. I did like Ivy. I liked a lot of the stuff that she was doing. But again, my heart, you know, just went out to Mitzi. There was just something about her that just drew me in. And that's what I talk about when I say really great characters. They were all through this. So, and I don't know why for me, I almost always lean towards secondary characters. I think it's because they can go a little bit deeper. You know, your main character has to keep the story going. So there is kind of a blandness to almost all the main characters. Generally speaking, in most stories, but definitely Freckle, crazy, you know, quiet, but he's literally crazy. Freckle and Mitzi were definitely my standouts. So those are the two characters that, I mean, they got my heart immediately. One of the best things about Lackadaisy is the amazing voice talent. Smaller YouTube productions generally grab friends and family to do voices, but Lackadaisy has strong actors behind the scenes. I'm not sure who they are, but they were very good. And I enjoyed every single voice, which I admit I can be a little picky. While the main characters were great, the enemies were lovingly devilish and each had their own hint of an old school New Orleans feel to go with Lackadaisy's Missouri backdrop. The backgrounds and colors are vibrant, beautiful, awesome, and they show a tad bit of style while still being true to Missouri in 1927. My only concern about Lackadaisy is finding a place for the cartoon to fit. The use of cats as protagonists is cute, but it may turn away a lot of adults, while the use of guns and dynamite may offend Midwestern moms. And a quick aside, it's those Midwestern moms that complain the most about violence and language in children's cartoons. TV and movie ratings are largely affected by people who live outside of the big metros. So you don't really get people who live in New York, California, Chicago, and even Atlanta that are really commenting on cartoons. So you're talking about going to the heartland to find people that really rate cartoons. So while I think Lackadaisy could find a home on YouTube, Tubi, or one of the smaller stations, I'm sure this would be budget prohibitive. There are lots of names in those credits, and I'm sure that the homes and water bills of those people still need to be paid. So money needs to be made to support the cartoon. As I've studied YouTube successes, many of the studios that do well have smaller teams. Generally, I see around 7 or 8, but then many times I will see even people with 3 or 4. Okay, for just a quick aside, with me right now, it's just me. So if this brilliant show doesn't really take off, it really could be because of budget constraints. Here's my serious critique, my issues with Lackadaisy. Okay, I always believe in a little critique, even though some of y'all hate that in the comments, but I always believe in a little bit of critique because it's always good to get better. I mean, we always want to get better. You know I have listened to a lot of people that I've seen in the comments, and I've made small changes to a lot of my videos. So as long as I see constructive criticism, then I'm always trying to, change and make things better. So for me, even when I deal with other projects, I'm still wanting to give them a little bit of constructive criticism in order to help them create better projects. So at the very beginning of Lackadaisy, Rocky sings a song which sets the stage for the adventure. And closer to the end of the story, there's a character, Mitzi, who is the bar owner. And she gives a few sentences about her life and what she's fighting for. My critique is that the song at the beginning is just a tad bit too long for me. And Mitzi's scene is just a tad bit too short. So I would have liked the opening song to just be 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds shorter, while I would have loved that time to slide into Mitzi's intro so we would just know a little bit more about who she is and what she's really going through. Because that scene that Mitzi has is so powerful, I would have just enjoyed just a tad bit more of that. That's it, guys. That's my only critique. So when I say that this is a great cartoon, it is a great cartoon. I definitely encourage every one of you to go check it out. You'll find the link in the description below. As for me, guys, I'm constantly working on other videos. So if you are a fan of animation, please go check out some of my other stuff. It doesn't end with this video. All right, so I am an animator, I'm a director, I'm a writer, I'm a producer. So please give me your support. I would love for you to just tap that subscribe button. I mean, you can hit it, you can slam it, you can tap it, you just click it. And I would love just to have your support. I do have a big project coming up, which I'll be dropping a preview for soon. Hint, hint, get your ears open, all right, real close to the computer or your phone or your TV, whatever you're watching this on. It's got a few of your favorite characters in it. And I think their names are Huey and Riley. All right, so that's their name from their old show, Boondocks, okay? So if that interests you, it's definitely time to subscribe because that is coming very soon. All right, so if you're interested in reading some of my other storytelling outside of the Boondocks project, you can go and check out Braxton Pan and the Lost Girls, all right? It's on Amazon. The first book is absolutely free as long as you get it in the electronic version. It's absolutely free. So it's called Braxton Pan and the Lost Girls, and it's kind of a remix on Peter Pan. I tried to do a lot of really cool fun stuff with it, so you can go check that out. And a lot of the stuff that I plan to do with the Boondocks is a lot like that. All right, so if you kind of want to get an understanding of what might be in this new version of the Boondocks or this parody of the Boondocks, go check that out. That'll give you a little bit about the way my brain works. All right. So thanks again for watching. Remember to subscribe. Hit that button, hit that button, hit that button. All right. See you later. Peace.